It's Kim from Expressions of the Universe, and I have no idea what I'm doing. They completely changed the format here. So I the format is completely changed. A lot of technical difficulties. Um, I don't know where to find the comments. So if you're there, please say hello. Um, Hopefully I'll find the comments. I can't believe how the format is completely different. I'm going to wait and see if anybody joins in. I don't like how they changed this format, but hello, everybody. Happy New Year to all of you. So today I'm going to give a little synopsis of at least the first half of 2021. I'm going to do a card reading for all 12 months, see what comes up. And I'm pulling cards for each sign and giving a little horoscope for each sign. And then I can pull cards for all of you. Oh, I can see your comments. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Julie. Hi, Angela. Happy New Year. Hi, Karen. So they completely changed the format on me. That's what took me so long to get on. I couldn't figure it out. If you're a business owner, they completely changed Facebook for business pages. So now that I have some of you here, let's get started. And I feel so discombobulated. I've really struggled today. Um, and yesterday a little bit. I don't know, full moon, but I've got a lot going on in my life. I have so much anger, and I'm trying not to be that person. Um, I was knowingly, no, I didn't know, but I was exposed to somebody that has COVID, full blown COVID. They're in the hospital and they came to Christmas dinner knowing they were sick. And I'm so, so mad. And I'm trying to release that um, energy because I don't want to bring that into the new year. I know it was my fault. I should have followed my intuition and I didn't. I just wanted to keep the peace for Christmas Day. And so I'm in quarantine and I'm not feeling good and I can't get a test anywhere. Um, oh, and Lauren and George are there too. So yeah, I had to cancel clients and a lot of other things, and I'm trying to get out of this feeling. But I went to fire ceremony last night virtually, and the shaman is going through the same exact thing. And she said that she spent the entire day in bed angry at what happened to her. And she wasn't even going to share her story. And I'm glad she did. It's funny because she said, I feel somebody here needs to hear this. She's like, we made that decision. We made that choice to be there. So it's a lesson that I need to be learning. And I'm trying to find out where the lesson is. Anyway, for those of you that are here, I'd like to pull cards for you before I get into the readings. This way, I'm not keeping you. But I do want to do readings for the full year for each sign and the year ahead. So knowing that I'm going to go right down the, no, I don't want to mess this up. I feel very discombobulated. Um, let's just start here. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for each of you since you're on here early. I'm going to pull an astrology card, an animal totem card, and a crystal card, and I don't know, maybe something else. I'll give you the whole shebang. I appreciate you all being here. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Michelle. Cindy Kimmel. Halia. Thank you, Karen. Hi, Megan. Yeah, Megan. I did talk to you about how concerned I was about Christmas. And so it's my own stupid fault. And the thing is that the person that this was, I was in a separate room. We were like trying to separate to keep the people that are more COVID risky, like that are out in public in a separate room. And the person that had the COVID sat next to me at dinner and didn't say anything. And now I'm thinking about it, like he was sitting like far away from everybody, like during presents and everything. And it was just really weird. And now I'm thinking back, he knew. He knew. Hi, Linda. Well, I was going to pull cards for all of you, but let me just get into the year ahead real quick and then I'll do the cards. So we're leaving a lot behind, and that's part of this lesson for me. I don't know if any of you are going through anything. Um, I know that the 2020 has been a really difficult year for everybody, whether or not you've had anything directly affect you, it affected you in some way, shape, or form. And so, um, is 2021 going to be any better? It's really a matter of perception because we're in this phase. It's like a 3 to 4, possibly 5 year phase that's making up this entire decade of transformation and change. And these first few years are going to be difficult because we're going through major transformations and major change. This year will be different than 2020. Um, but it really all lies in your perception. And that's why I keep trying to shift my energy and shift my energy. I took a nap to reset myself. That's another reason why I'm a little bit late because I really wanted to try and get into the best place that I could to be that uplifting spirit for all of you. And we have Saturn squaring Uranus the entire year. So Saturn is our structures, and I've talked so much about him. He's our structures. He is our restrictions. Think about the rings around the planet Saturn. It holds things in, holds it together. Saturn rules Capricorn, traditionally Aquarius as well, but it's that holding in of the body, so you could even think of like our skin that holds us all together. It's also corporations and finance and bankings and hierarchies and governments and monarchies, regimes, top down um, hierarchies in corporations, and all of that is changing. Uranus is the wild card. Um, he just wants to come in and wreak havoc and create big change, but he's in the sign of Taurus for the next several years. I think like another 6 years. He's not comfortable. Well, I mean, I guess he's comfortable anywhere, but Taurus isn't comfortable having Uranus um, in his sign because Taurus is an earth sign. It's grounded. It wants to stay solid, feet on the ground, where Uranus is electric and it's air and it wants to just explode and expand, similar a little bit to Jupiter, but with less prediction. So, with Saturn squaring Uranus all year and mostly hitting exact in um, February and June and maybe September. I don't have my dates, but I'm going to do another show to give you all of that information when it comes up. Um, it's like they're going at it. They're challenging each other. Saturn wants things to remain the same, and Uranus is saying everything is changing. Uranus rules Aquarius. And so we are in a new energy. I think a lot of us feel much lighter and that's a good thing, but there will be challenges of things trying to remain the same while things are changing. We're going through huge transformations in our world and personally as well. So it's really just important to just keep forging ahead. Um, my notes here, um, for what it's worth, none of us are alone in this. This is a global thing. It's not just in the United States or, in any other country or continent. We are all going through this. So the dates of those exact squares, February 17th, June 14th, and December 24th. So we could be having another crazy Christmas, more eclipses that are coming in that will shine some more light for us. So they were mostly in the sign of Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn, and Sagittarius this year. We're going to have a lot more of that. But come November, September to November, everything is going to shift. So the first, 2/3 of the year, or even maybe 3/4 of the year, we could see a lot of the same energy, and then it will be shifting come September, which is a good thing. Trying to, I should have been more prepared. I apologize. I did have the dates for the eclipses. I know one's on May 26th, and the other one is June 10th, and it hits me in my chart. If you're a Gemini, Gemini rising, Gemini moon, that will have a big effect on you. And then there's another one in November. So I think we had 7 eclipses this year or 6. We're only going to have 3 next year, possibly 4. So it won't be as bad. And the only energy that we're really going to experience for the most part is that Saturn Uranus square. So we can deal with it. I think when it's a new energy, you're not used to it. It seems like a big transformation, but we've been used to Saturn squaring so many planets this year, and we've been through so much in 2020 that it won't be that bad. So for the Aries, um, Aries sun signs, rising signs, and moons, you're bound to have a rough go until Mars moves out of range of Saturn and Uranus, which is the beginning to middle of January. This is when you'll be embroiled in financial dispute that should never have gotten this bad. You won't be like being branded a troublemaker. You spent so much of last year in fights and squabbles, many of you have, but you really must safeguard what's yours. So for the Aries suns, risings, and moons, there could be work issues coming up and fights at work or fights around finances. So just watch that, at least Thankfully, the rest of 2021 looks really good. So this is just the beginning of, and it looks more amiable with people in high places working to advance your career in June and October. So good employment opportunities for Aries come June and October, and show people that you are a team player and that there's no limit to how far you will go. So Aries, suns, risings, and moons. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to read the horoscope and then I will pull the cards. So 6th house. So this talks about focusing on your health, your daily routines. And I hope you heard that. I forgot that when I hold the card up to this new system, it blocks the sound. Um, Pay attention to your health, your daily routines. Make sure that you're eating properly, getting enough rest, getting enough exercise, eating well. And this also involves work. So that's interesting because the 6th house is our work. You may be looking for new work, looking for a better routine, something that fits into your schedule a little bit better. All right, open yourselves. Wait, I can't. I'm trying to figure out because it's flipped. Open yourselves to discovery. Yeah, how's that? Open yourselves to discovery. So open yourselves up to something new showing up, something that you haven't thought of before, thinking outside of the box, and not being sure really of what is going to show up for you. Like, I think you're such a planner that you have everything set the way you want it set, that when something new comes in, you're like, no, that's not for me. So you have to be a little bit more open to that. Your animal totem is, oh, ouch, it's wasp spirit, and it says sometimes life stings. Wasp spirit also asks you to pay attention to any enemies that are in your midst. But this is also speaking about, you know, the pain and the grief that we go through in our lives, and it's part of life. For all of us, I think it would be really important tonight if we maybe sit down and write a little gratitude blog, a little gratitude journal, or just even one line that says, I'm grateful for, and list the things that you were grateful for this year. All right, Aries, suns, risings, moons, your crystal for the year. It's turquoise and it's about wholeness, and it's about becoming whole and bringing yourself back to who you are. But yeah, write down, we're taking a look at not only 2020 before we usher that out, but we are also taking a look at this last decade, the full moon energy that we're in right now. It is the last full moon of this decade that runs from 2010 to 2020. That is one full decade. So it's a culmination of these last 10 years. We're moving into new territory. Definitely visit those places of grief. Definitely visit those places where we are, where our sadness lies. Look at our losses, but let that go very quickly and try and focus on what your victories were, not only in this year, but in the last decade. Really focus on the beautiful things that happened in your life in this last decade, because that will make coming into this new year and this new decade all the more sweeter. Okay, let me. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Liza. Let me see who else is here. Hi, Cindy. Julie. Thank you, Jewel. Thank you, Julie Shields. Sisler. Thank you. I feel better. I'm feeling all of your energy. I'm feeling lighter. I really am. So it's this lesson that I'm going through, and I just keep asking myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's the mirror? Like there's something mirroring back to me. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Debbie. What does crazy Christmas mean? I don't know. Oh, crazy Christmas. Well, with Saturn and Uranus squaring each other on Christmas Eve, um, I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe like get closer to that time period, but it's like if I think about Saturn wanting to restrict things and Uranus wanting to have a New Year's Eve party, there's going to be a struggle between stopping something and having it go. So, hi Adrienne, my Shaw mama. Hi Michelle. Hi Shannon. Oh, hi Shannon. Lori. Hello, everybody. All right, so we're moving on to Taurus. So, and I'm reading my notes from over on this side. So for Taurus sun signs, rising signs, and moons, expect to face larger than life decisions in February, May, August, and November. You've got Uranus in your sign, so it's going to be quite the year, especially with Saturn squaring you all year long. These are times when you will be forced to break with convention. Taurus isn't exactly a fan of change, preferring instead to stick with what's safe. And I just explained that. But if Uranus has taught you anything since 2018, it's to think on your feet. Not only has this encouraged you to shake loose habits and practices that no longer serve you, but it's also motivated you to reach for things that you would have previously considered out of bounds. Who knows? You may get used to this adventurous side after all, Taurus. All right, so your astrology card. Oh, I love this. It's the seventh house, and this is partnerships. I can't get the camera right. This is partnerships. So it could be marriages, it could also be business partnerships, meeting up with the right people at the right time to make your 2021 fantastic. All right, and you get the storyteller card, and I like this. The storyteller card wants you to, some of you may become creative writers, creative speakers, but it's also speaking about what are the stories that you are telling people? What are the stories that you're telling yourself? And maybe with 2021, it's time for you to tell yourself and others a new story. Animal totem. I like this. Hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. So, yes, there could be some crazy, tumultuous times for Taurus suns, risings, and moons. Let spirit be your guide. Listen to your gut intuition, unlike me on Christmas. But I think that's part of my lesson. I will not second guess myself, I will follow my intuition. And so let the hawk spirit be your guide. And your crystal for the year. Oh, it's not even a crystal, so I have to pull another card. It's earth. And so this is just asking you to stay very grounded. But I have to get you a crystal, black tourmaline. It's about protection and purification. So use black tourmaline to clear out any of those negative vibes, also to protect you from negative vibes coming to you. All right, Gemini, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. All right, eclipses on May 26th and June 10th and December 4th promise to impact your relationships. If you're already spoken for, then you can expect to be put through your paces. You won't like having to field one crisis after another, but you'll be surprised by how invigorating they can be. Either this gets you to end a toxic codependency or relationship, or it will revive the spark and purpose that has been missing in your relationship. I say you got to end it. Um, and if you're single, get ready to say and do things you swore you never would. Yes, Gemini. Not only will you wind up breaking every one of your rules, but you'll have a hell of a time doing it. I love it. So Gemini, suns, risings, and moons. It's the 12th house. Um, Karmic debts coming due, but this is also good karma. But this is solitude, spirituality. This is really tapping into who you are, tapping into healing those parts of you from a past life. This also represents institutions, which could be hospitals. So we don't want that. We don't want 2021 to be that. But I'm just going to stick with kind of like a little bit of a hermit so that you can practice your spirituality a little bit more. Oh, beautiful uncaging. This is about unlocking your heart, unlocking that cage that is around your hearts and letting love and letting other people in. And I'm in the middle of like trying to just close everybody out and like stay a hermit in my house for the rest of 2021. But this is talking about unity and opening up your heart to loving everyone. animal totem. It's deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. And I know that this is one of my totems. Um, Definitely came up in fire ceremony last night along with the hummingbird. But deer talks about standing in quiet power, being gentle yet powerful, and very gentle and soft. But they're massive animals, so they do have that power, but they don't go around bragging about it, right? And Gemini's crystal, oh, it's water, so not a crystal, but this is about emotions. This is about cleansing. I can't get this freaking thing right. Um, it's emotions, it's cleansing, it's allowing things to flow and fall away. And so I have to get, oh, I love it. It's love. So it looks like all signs are love for the Gemini suns, risings, and moons. A new love is coming into your life um, in some way, shape, or form. And I love that. But this is also talking about loving of the self with the rose quartz. And it really matches this card. So definitely applying that rose quartz to your own heart because you have to love yourself first. And maybe that's why I'm so angry. Maybe I really don't love myself, even though I think I do. I don't know. All right, Cancer, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. It's time to get your financial house in order. That means calling in loans, consolidating debts, and having a sit down and talk with clients, customers, friends, and family that owe you money. And also with people that take more than they give. If you can, if you can come to an agreement on how to change things from here on out, great. If not, sever ties before your birthday. Not only are these people more trouble than they're worth, their upkeep cost you more than you can really afford. And not in just money wise, like energetically. Finally, loved ones, you've told them repeatedly that you are not their ATM machine. Inform them that September is their cutoff date. This gives them several months to find work that pays. All right, Cancer suns, risings, and moons. I'm a Cancer rising. It's Uranus. Expect big shakeups, expect big surprises. Uranus is the wild card. Expect great ideas to be coming through, innovations, um, new electronics. This could also be new vehicles, new devices, new technology of all kinds. But I really love the electric ideas, the epiphanies are coming through. Expect the unexpected, and you get great and full. Your cup will be runneth over. It will be full with love. And I just love this love and wine and sparkles, if you could see. And yeah, great and full. But this is also talking about having a grateful heart, thinking about the things that we are grateful for, like I spoke about. Your animal totem, it is coyote. Trust in divine detours. So if there are some shakeups, unexpected things that are happening, cancers, Coyote, and that's with Uranus. Coyote is saying just be grateful for the things that are not coming to you or for the things that are delayed. There's a reason for everything. Coyote is also the trickster, so be very careful. Any deal that seems too good to be true probably is. Be very careful of people that are being fake and trying to trick you into friendship, into giving them money. Your heart is just so kind and good, Cancer, suns, risings, and moons, that you have empathy for other people. But, like I experienced at Christmas, people are selfish and people do things to serve themselves. Um, so just remember that. Excuse me. All right. And your crystal is amethyst. Oh, I love it. And it's a divine connection. So tap into your intuition before making any financial decisions or any decisions. And I think that's for all of us. So let's see. Oh, Michelle Kirkness is from Australia. Hi, Michelle. And Shannon, Elise, hi. I haven't seen you in forever, Elise. Um, so you were listening in 2021 on Silver Lake. Oh, hi, hi, hi. Ah, all right. Thank you all for being here. I just wanted to check and see who else was here. Getting through these as quick as I can, and then I'm going to pull cards for all you. All right, Leo, your significant other gets that big break that he or she has been praying for sometime in late January. And you know what? This is going to cause some ego issues for the Leos. So this will be happening for your significant other, somebody close to you, Leo suns, risings, and moons in like late January, February-ish, and it'll do a lot to um, buoy the spirits of the relationship, but and like boost the confidence. Um, but what also happens is it will take away from what's going on in your lives, the way it's flowing now, and then you could be resentful a little bit. Um, you're also, Leos could be getting an extraordinary career opportunity come May. And I think there would be something to do with that eclipse that's coming. Um, so if you are in a partnership, you'll both be taking steps forward. And this could create conflict because neither of you will be able to provide the support that you need or that you're accustomed to. So you're going to have to readjust your life ahead. Get ready for some serious talks in your relationships and about your future come October. And so for Leos that are not in relationships, there could be some great opportunities coming up for you, but it's time for you to get serious about what you're doing with your future. If you want to take the first half or 3/4 of the year to F around and, just like lay around doing the same old, but come October, you're going to have to be writing a new script because we're having a big energy shift, like probably starting in September. It'll look a lot different than the beginning of 2021. Oh, I got to pull your cards. All right. So you have the ninth house, and that's about expansion. It's also about education, also steepening your spiritual beliefs, changing up your spiritual beliefs, letting your spiritual beliefs go. Um, Definitely, there are big changes. Don't be so rigid in your spiritual beliefs. This is also learning something new, learning foreign language, going to a foreign land, just expanding your mind is really the basis of that. Oh, close encounters. So this is the butterfly emerging out of its cage. It's ready. So, but I don't think the Leos will be quite ready until their birthday time or just after. So you've come out of the chrysalis. You're still letting your wings dry off, but you will be coming out of that cage. All right, and I love this for the Leos. Now is a lucky time. It's rabbit animal totem. And so this is prosperity and abundance. Rabbits multiply like crazy. Think about a lucky rabbit's foot. Now, when I think about it, I think how gross that is that I used to keep that on my belt loop, a poor little rabbit's foot. I would never hurt an animal. I don't even think I realized that it was a real animal until I saw the toenails. And then I didn't want anything to do with it. But yes, rabbit animal totem. That's a great totem for the Leo's suns, risings, and moons. And your crystal, it's hematite. And it says manifest light. Hematite also repels negativity. Um, but you want to bring it will attract the light. So if you can get yourself, I wear hematite bracelets. I don't have any jewelry on right now, but I typically wear hematite bracelet for protection and one for light. I wear one on each wrist. All right, Virgo. Jupiter and Saturn in your solar house of work and service aren't big on accolades. If anything, you'll feel like your job performance is unrecognized and your loyalty is taken for granted. Naturally, you'll want to update your resume and look for another position, but there are certain times in life when we have to pay our dues, and this is one of them. Remember that Jupiter always responds positively to people who pay it forward, and Saturn is the planet of delayed gratification. You may not be feeling the love now, but don't let that distract you from the fact that you will one day be sowing, reaping and sowing. And a lot of Virgos, they've been in this in this like funk bubble for quite some time. So I think that this is really good and positive to just say, let you know, just keep doing what you're doing, keep doing the good work. If you're not, guess what? That's what you're going to get. But I know a lot of Virgos that are constantly and continually doing the good work and they don't feel like they're being recognized. I get that. I've been there. Just keep doing the good work and it will pay off. And we can all support our Virgo friends by telling them that they're doing great jobs. All right, Virgo suns, risings, and moons. So this goes with the horoscope. It's Jupiter. So this is expansion. Good things are coming. Jupiter is in Aquarius this year. And so I expect new news coming through, new opportunities coming through, new epiphanies coming through. There is just, it's going to be blessing. It's like a breath of fresh air is going to be washing over the Virgo sun signs, rising signs, and moons. Actually, all of us. So I think that's good. Expansion. Sacred reverence. All right, so Virgo, suns, risings, and moons. Can't get this free. I can't balance this camera properly. Um, Sacred reverence. Isn't this gorgeous? And I think that if we just, Virgos, you are earth signs, steep yourself in nature, live in that sacred reverence with Mother Earth. And when you give back to the earth and all of her blessings, you'll get that back tenfold. Your animal totem. Oh, antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. I like it. So if you think things have been slow, have been dragging, Jupiter's going to make things speed up for you. So stay very grounded. This will be a whirlwind. Definitely come your birthday. Things are going to be shifting. I know it seems like such a long way away from your birthday, Virgos, sun signs, rising signs, and moons, but trust me, come the end of August into September, things are really going to be taking off. And your crystal, I love it. It's chrysocolla and it is sacral sounds. And chrysocolla is for your heart chakra and your throat chakra, but also works with the third eye chakra. It opens up, the throat chakra is also our ears. So pay attention to, um, you know, clairaudience, the whispers of spirit. Pay attention to your guidance. This is also talking about sound healing. Could definitely be wonderful for the Virgo suns, risings, and moons. Singing, listening to music, beating drums, any type of sound healing, sound therapy will be definitely great for the Virgo suns, risings, and moons. All right. I'm reading my little message to myself that I put on my gratitude jar. Oh, Melanie talking about her gratitude jar in January 2020. Yeah, it helps me remember all the good parts. So I even have a gratitude jar, and I know um, it's like my miracle jar, especially like when I have spirit come and visit me here. I'll write it down on paper and I put the date on there and I fold it up and I put it in to my jar. And then on New Year's Day, I open all of them, and when I'm done reading them, I put them all in an envelope, I seal it, I write down the year. So it'll be 2020 on that envelope. And then I file them away, and I have like 15 years worth of them. Because one day I think maybe I'll just, open them up. But it reminds me about the little miracles that happen all year round. Um, but I have to stop myself. So I usually keep, oh, I must not have it out here because I put it away. I usually keep like a sticky pad on my kitchen table with a pen. And then when a little miracle happens, or a spirit comes through, or if I smell a scent that reminds me of somebody, whatever it is, I'll write it down. I'll write that little miracle down with the date and everything and put it into my miracle jar. So I get to do that tomorrow. Let's see. What else? Uh, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Libra. Yeah, it's crazy how Facebook business completely changed the format, but I think I like it a little bit better. Hopefully, I'm not missing anybody's comments or anything. It looks like you'll be experiencing this for Libra sun signs, rising signs, and moons. It looks like you'll be experiencing some heavy turbulence from mid-January to early February. And like with an airplane, you'll want to make sure that your seatbelt is fastened and your folding tray is in its upright position. In other words, you don't want to be launching a project or completing a venture during this period because it will only fly up in your face. Thankfully, some semblance of peace and stability returns to your life in June and October. All right, Libra. So this is interesting. You're getting the Pisces card, but this could be a person who is a Pisces that is coming into your life. But this could also be the energy of Pisces, which is spirituality, is dreams. It tends to be escapism. It tends to, I'm also hearing addiction, obsession, overindulgence. So you want to be mindful of that. Avoidance comes up with Pisces, but this is also emotional. And what's interesting, so with the Libra being the scales and, trying to balance themselves, Pisces is also a dual sign. It's two fish swimming in opposite directions. So go with the flow, but I think that you can be extremely indecisive this year, Libra. If you have projects that you have been working on, I'm going to tell you to just, slow and steady, keep up with exactly what you're doing. Don't change anything up just yet. Um, like my horoscope says, just, keep going. You'll be able to make some changes come June. So, little tumultuous waters a little bit. Okay. Oh, smoke and mirrors. So who is blowing smoke up your ass? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors talks to me about, well, first of all, the smoke is it's an illusion. I can't get the words out of my mouth. The smoke and mirrors are an illusion. Are you kidding yourself about something, Libra? Are you trying to portray yourself as something that you're not? Or is somebody in your life, possibly the Pisces, that is portraying themselves as something that they are not, like faking you out? Um, all smoke and mirrors, that's an illusion. It's a glamour, magic spell. So just pay attention to that. Make sure that you're aware of who is around you, who is in your life, what's going on, and don't be doing this to somebody else. Your animal totem, I love it. It's buffalo spirit. It says the abundant universe will provide. So, whenever Buffalo Spirit comes up, of course, this is an extremely powerful totem. Um, but this talks about possibly someone out there who has a lack mentality worried about if they're going to be able to pay bills, if they're going to be able to do this. Will this come through? Will I get this check? Everything that is meant for you will come. The abundant universe will provide. So if you just stay in that place of gratitude, faith, and belief, it will always show up. What you need will always show up exactly at the right time when you need it. And your crystal for the year is tourmaline, and that is inner peace. And that's what you're striving for, Libras, especially with the indecision, the imbalance, that Pisces card coming up. Just go for the inner peace, go for the serenity on the inside. Okay. I can't believe it's New Year's Eve. It doesn't feel like New Year's Eve. Michelle, super new job during turbulence. Yeah. Angela, Aries 20 reading, not loving it. I know, Angela. I'm going to pull. Oh, I did pull you cards. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know what though, Angela? I think only the beginning, the first month is going to be difficult for the Aries suns, risings, and moons, and then the rest of the year is going to be okay. And the reason why, it's because Mars, your ruling planet, has been squaring Saturn for it went retrograde, like starting July 25th. That's when your ruling planet, or for Aries, suns, risings, and moons, and I know Angela is an Aries, um, difficulty started. You will be coming out of the woods by mid-January. So, because Mars will be moving into Taurus. So it'll things are going to really be less heated. Let's put it that way. You also have to remember Chiron, the wounded healer, is also in Aries, and that was transiting with Mars. So, Mars is going to battle with all of the planets in the solar system, challenging all of them. And then Chiron, the wounded healer, is running alongside of him, just getting slammed. So all of our wounds and pain and grief have been coming up, but it was for our own benefit. Like even the anger that I've been feeling for the last day over the whole COVID situation, that's all kind of part of that Mars and Chiron in Aries. It's coming up to the surface so that we can let it go. We're in the full moon, the last full moon of this decade and 2020. It's a Cancer moon. It's about our emotions. We're releasing a lot of things. So, I have candles lit. I lit a bayberry candle at sunset, and I just want to let go of this anger. I want to let go of any kind of negativity. I just want to be gone with it. It will. It's leaving. It's going. I promise. Things will get better. Just takes time. I know you're tired. I'm exhausted. Do you know I slept through 3 alarms this week, which I never do, and I'm going to bed like by 9 o'clock. So I don't know if it's part of this whole COVID thing or I don't know. But I laid down to take a nap during my lunch hour yesterday, and I slept for almost 4 hours. I never woke up. So I guess I'm tired too. Yeah, I set the alarm for 50 minutes, like a 50-minute nap, and I woke up 3.5 hours later and it was 5:15 in the evening. So that's pretty bad. But I guess I needed it. Anyway, what Halia, no, do release. It doesn't serve you. Yeah, yeah. All right, Scorpio, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. We're almost finished, and then I'll do the reading for each month of the year. Scorpio, you can sense that you're getting close to the end game, but volatile Mars aspects on January 20th, July 3rd, and November 17th still hold some surprises. There we go with Mars again, always wreaking havoc. Naturally, you'll feel like throwing your hands up in exasperation. You've worked hard to get to where you are, but keep a tight grip on your impulses. So, Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. The modern ruler is Pluto. So, Mars can have some little temperaments, some little temper tantrums. You're dealing with people who aren't as brave as you are, and the situations can look dire one moment and then serendipitous the next. If there was ever a time to stay the course, then this is the year to do it. So keep going, Scorpio. You're almost there. Prospects improve substantially when Jupiter finally enters Pisces in 2022. So Jupiter will be in Aquarius for this entire year. He is going to dip into Pisces briefly in May, and then he's going to retrograde back in Aquarius, and then he'll finish out in December of 2021 and move into Pisces. And then, oh, Scorpios, all water signs, Pisces, Scorpios, and Cancers are going to be definitely feeling the love in 2022. This year, it's all about the air signs. It's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius that are getting those airy blessings. Okay, Scorpio, suns, risings, and moons. Pluto, your modern ruler, is saying some things have to end. It's time to transform some things. This is asking you to go the course. So I would just prepare for the things that you would like to transform in your life and get ready to do that once Jupiter moves into Pisces at the end of the year. Okay. And your card, oh, this is so cute. Tender embrace. So some Scorpios could be coupling up this year. New children could be coming in to the family, into your life. Tender embrace also talks about loving those that are around you. And I should be taking this advice because I just feel like pushing people away. But no, embrace the ones you love. We have to get back to hugging and loving each other once again, even though I'm going to be a hermit for the rest of my life. Anyway, I love this tender embrace. So, this just says to me that some Scorpios could be entering into some really lovely partnerships or relationships. And your animal totem, okay, it's vulture spirit. Don't be put off. I love vultures. I call them the cleanup crew. This says nothing is wasted. Um, so how can I apply this for you guys? Um, the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. I love, well, first of all, vultures, people are very afraid of them, and vultures don't kill anything. They come in after something has already been killed, and they make sure that the rest of it is used. They will also fly out to other vulture um, flocks and say, hey, we have this food over here. Why don't you come and join us? So they're very gracious. They love to share. And like this says, nothing is wasted. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is all the things that you have been saving for that special occasion, start using them this year. And I think this is good advice for all of us after this year that we have, the candles that you put away, the nice lingerie, the good underwear, start using it. You know, live every day, one day at a time in the present, because after this year, we know that nothing is guaranteed. It's been crazy. And oh, I love this. And your crystal for the year is garnet, and it is all about prosperity. And garnet is such a great crystal for the Scorpios. It's rich and dark. Sometimes it's brown, but it has that rich ruby color. I love it. Perfect. Sagittarius, ruling planet Jupiter is in Aquarius throughout the year, showing you Moving some wait shows you moving in some very different and upscale circles. So I feel like I was talking to one of my friends that is a Sag. It's all about upgrades for the Sagittarians this year, I feel. Although you're not getting into like this fa all super fancy, you still might want to spruce up your look on the outside. Jupiter will be ushering a whole new influx of people into your life, and there are at least two who will go on to play major roles in your lives. They're going to be coming in around the end of March to the end of April. And so you want to have a fresh face on, because if you're single and you're looking for love, or even if you're in a relationship, there could be someone new coming in that takes over. Meanwhile, eclipses in May and June promise to liven things up in your love life. That's because they will be in Gemini and they'll be opposing Sagittarius. It will be nice to have one again after having been out of circulation. If you have been out of circulation, Sag sun signs, rising signs, and moons. Falling in love is in the stars for you. But this could also be new partnerships, business relations that really bring you into that upgraded level of your career. Fourth house is what's coming up, and this is a lot of Sages could be moving house. I did see this for my Sag friend, moving house. This is a big focus on the home, the children, deciding where it is that you would like to live, where you would like to settle down. Maybe there are new children coming into your life also. This also references the mother and the father. So there could be some changes surrounding that for the Sagittarian suns, risings, and moons. Endless possibilities. And yes, with Jupiter in Aquarius, Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. And so you're constantly thinking about expanding your beliefs, expanding your mind, and it's always about endless possibilities. Don't stop with that mental expansion. Your animal totem, it's koi fish. And this also talks about prosperity and abundance and a lack mentality. There is always enough, especially when the koi fish shows up. And so just keep going with the flow. Don't let yourselves get into that um, lack mentality. Hi, baby. So I see that my daughter is on, Crystal Snow. Hi, baby. All right. And your crystal for the year, it's fulgurite, and it's about prayer, which is about beliefs. So if you can, I actually do not have any fulgurite, and I haven't seen any for quite some time. Um, so uh, I was going to give you another card, but um, I think this could also go good with like hematite or black tourmaline. But this is also about keeping your beliefs and praying for what it is. Sag has a great year ahead. Yes, they do, Halia. Sag has a really great year ahead. All right, Capricorn. So, Crystal, you showed up at the right time, little Aquarius. I don't know if you heard the Scorpio since you're a Scorpio rising. Hi, Donna. Happy New Year. But yeah. And you should have heard Leo. Looks like you're getting a promotion, Crystal, and your husband's not going to be so happy about it. Okay, so Capricorn, sun signs, rising signs, and moon. Life is going to feel different now that Saturn has left Capricorn. You should probably feel a lot lighter. You'll definitely experience a lightness of being, but you'll also face unexpected dilemmas. One of these changes in the way is in the way that you make money. You may find yourself standing at a financial crossroads in late January, early February. Naturally, you don't want to anything to change because you're an earth sign. No earth signs like anything to change. Um, but but things are changing. Saturn is actually entreating you to step away from the grindstone and raise your sights. There's so much more that you can do if you're willing to take a chance. This is something that will become abundantly clear for the Capricorn suns, risings, and moons come October. Because I said, like after September, everything is shifting. All right. Oh, so, this goes great. It's Pluto transformation. So there are endings, there are new beginnings, there's major transformation that is coming. So this could be a little bit of a bumpy road up until October for the Caps. Um, but you're going to come out on the other end good. And I know the Capricorns that are watching. I know you know the Pluto, and I don't want to get too into it because Happy New Year, but there are going to be a lot of changes coming. Okay, the land in between. And I think this is perfect. This has been showing up quite a bit in the cards that I've been pulling over the year. Um, a little more light on myself so I can see what I'm doing. The land between talks about exactly that. We're in between. So we're walking out of what has just ended, and that is that heavy Capricorn energy, and we're entering into the unknown, which is the Aquarius energy. And because Capricorns have really been under fire for the last 3 years so heavily, it could be discombobulating, disrupting a little bit because you're in that in between, ending something, yet not quite beginning the new. You have to find your new footing. Really, that's what that is about. Oh, I love this. Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. So when Bobcat spirit comes up, and it does speak about the mystery, it also speaks about how you don't need to know every single thing that's going to happen. Be curious, allow things to unfold the way that they're going to. Allow yourselves to be surprised when they show up. And I love this. It is rhodochrosite. It's the child within. This is about opening up your heart to love, opening up your heart to loving yourselves more, opening up your heart to love others the way that you would wish to be loved. I love that. And we're coming to the end, Aquarius. 2021 is the year when you come into your own, Aquarius. And I know I've got a couple of Aquarians out there watching right now. Not only will you finally receive the recognition you deserve, you'll also enjoy the opportunities that go along with it. You'll need to keep this uppermost in mind in January and February when you'll feel like the planets are being anything but kind. Saturn and Uranus squares are never pleasant. And I got to tell you, Crystal and Cindy Kimmel, if you're still there, Saturn and Uranus are making that first direct square the day before your birthday on February 17th. Um, so it could be not the happiest of birthdays. Oh, and Halia, you're an aqua also. Thank you for letting me know. I was wondering, you must have picked up on my telepathy because I was wondering what you were. So anyway, yeah, they're making that first contact on February 17th. And I'm looking into what it could possibly be. Anyway, the Saturn squares are never pleasant, but they're necessary for getting us to think boldly. It's even been a while since we've had to work those creative muscles. So think about that Aquarian energy. We are becoming more creative. So it's really good. Um, you'll find that you're coming back to life come June and through October. And by the year's end, you'll be dealing with a whole new ball game. So things are being stirred up for sure. It's going to hit everybody February 17th, June 14th, December 4th. Is that what I said? I gave the dates earlier in this video. All my dates. Oh, yeah. Carolyn, I forgot. You're an Aquarius too. Thank you for reminding me. So, yeah. There's some craziness right before the sun moves into Pisces. Um, but it's necessary. Remember, it's necessary to stir this up so that it gets you guys moving, gets you creative, gets you unstuck. Because I think this year really put a lot of us like we're just in this funk, in this grind, and we're not moving. It's going to be like a good foot in the ass. That's what I think you're all getting, Aquarius. Sorry, but maybe like I'm an air sign too, so maybe it's happening to me as well. All right, Aquarius, let's see. Oh, it's Uranus. So that that's what's happening on February 17th. It's Uranus. It's that wild card. It's your ruling planet. Now, traditionally, Aquarius was ruled by Saturn. So that's the restrictor. So your traditional ruling planet and your modern ruling planet are kind of going to war, and I guess maybe they're going to fight for who wins, like who's going to be the ruler. And it should be Uranus because they're so much more fun than Saturn. Um, Crystal saying I sound like my mother. But anyway, this is new creative ideas. It's the wild card. It's that flash of energy, lightning. Expect the unexpected, Aquarius, suns, risings, and moons. Um, your card, it is a tall tale. And whenever a tall tale comes up, it's asking you, it's asking you, sorry, I was reading one of the comments. Um, it's asking you to tell a different story. Stop with the old story of anything that's been holding you back. Also think about the stories that you're telling yourself, the stories that you're telling others, and is that like who you are? Is that story? I was having a conversation with somebody and I forget who it was because I know like this happens to so many people where people will introduce themselves and say, they'll tell their story with every person that they meet. And it's usually like some kind of sob story, like, oh, I have this disease. Hi, I'm Joan, and and I have this and I have that. Like that's their story, and it becomes who they are instead of actually who they are. So it's time for Aquarians to tell a new story, especially when it comes to who they are. Your animal totem, oh, I love it. Dragonfly spirit. So, Crystal, don't you think that that is a sign? Um, Truth transcends illusion. So, but dragonfly also talks about spirit on the other side. 22, it's major transformation. It's also about finding your place of belonging. And also, whenever I think of the dragonfly, I also think of spirit on the other side sending us messages. Okay, and interesting. Your crystal for the year is beginnings and it's petrified wood. Stop being stuck and frozen in where you are because you're afraid to move on. So I want you to dream big. I want you to think big and just be brave enough to get yourselves stuck, um, you know, unstuck. I'm sorry, unstuck. And so that you can have new beginnings because that's what this year is about for you. And then last but not least, oh, interesting, Halia, your spirit animal and tattoo. And my daughter has a dragonfly tattoo for me on her arm. All right, Pisces, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. A shift in energies between ruling planets Jupiter and Neptune signals that you are on your own. It will feel like a relief to be out from under the weight of a certain burden, but freedom also introduces jeopardy. You no longer have the protection of an obligation. Yeah, so quite often the Pisces, they may complain about their obligations, but they like their obligations because it protects them. And I think a lot of people, I think I even do that sometimes, like when I'm obligated, then it protects me from having to be obligated to other things. Anyway, um, so you'll no longer have that protection of the obligations circumscribing your life. It's something that will become quite clear when Jupiter squares Uranus on January 17th. So this is Jupiter and Uranus squaring. Saturn and Uranus, that's not the only thing happening this year, but it's happening the entire year. So Jupiter, our expansion, and Uranus, the wild card, they're squaring on January 17th. Think of it as your toto um, of you saying, I guess we're not in Kansas anymore. So there's going to be a big shakeup. Something's really going to change for the Pisces, suns, risings, and moons. The eclipses in May, June, and December will be pivotal. Swim with the current of events. Always stay in the flow, not against the flow, and you'll be far better, you'll fare better than you ever imagined. Sorry. All right. And this is about the 11th house. This is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your friends, your social circles. So I'm just telling the Pisces suns, risings, and moons to dream big. This is your year to dream big and just go for it. Be brave. I love that. Body and soul. Time for you to really get in touch with your body and your body, mind, and soul. I'm going to recommend for the Pisces suns, risings, and moons that you really pay attention to your overall health. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough silence and peace and quiet and alone time? Are you getting enough exercise? Like all of that plays a part. And also maybe a little bit of meditation. I like active meditation. I like to, just go for a walk with no earbuds, just listening to nature, observing nature, but I like to keep my body moving because the earbuds that kind of takes away the purpose of the meditation part. But when you're out walking in nature and you're just listening to, maybe a squirrel or a bird in a tree and then you look for it, it's all part of you connecting with your own soul and the earth. It's kind of beautiful. And your crystal is sodalite, and it's about this new journey that you're going on. Sodalite is a great throat and third eye chakra stone to open up, clear your voice, clear your hearing, and also clear your vision. But this is about this new journey. Embrace it. Um, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So now that I did all of those, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull cards for each of you individually, in the order in which you came in. So hopefully, let me know if you're still here. Um, you know what? I'm going to start from the bottom. Let me know if you're still here. And I am going to pull, I'm going to pull a different card. I don't know. I kind of messed this up. Um, Let me get a different deck real quick. All right. Since I did all of these. Okay, I have this deck. So I will pull an astrology card and a shamanic card for all of you. Okay, Shannon, Karen. All right, thank you for letting me know. Because I don't, if I go all the way back to the beginning and people aren't here anymore, um, then that would really stink and it would take up time. I'm sorry, Megan, that you didn't like Capricorn. Um, But you also have to think you are a Virgo, and so you've got Earth and Earth. I guess Earth signs are going through a little bit of a hard time. Okay. Hi, Wendy. Okay, Adrian. All right, I'm going to start right here. Whoever started with, okay, so Crystal, Elise is still here, Angela, Lori, Michelle Kirkness, Halia, Angela. Okay, I'm going to start with Ellen. Ellen, you have water element sensing, and this is about allowing your emotions to flow and allowing yourself to have a good cleansing. The ocean, well, that makes sense. Salt bath, since you can't get to the ocean, spend a lot of time in a salt bath. That will definitely help to do that cleansing. Crying works. Allow yourself to cry. You have to get that out of your system. Because if you hold it in, it is extremely unhealthy and it will manifest in your body. And your shamanic card is the holy mountain. And this is talking about going to a sacred place, doing a sacred ceremony. And this is done mostly with yourself. The holy mountain also lives within you, and you need to tap into that higher being. And I know, and I keep hearing like, go to the ocean if you can. I know it's winter, but I think that that could be really good. Halia, okay. Uranus, genius. All right, so Aquarius, you are getting that wild card. This is a different deck. Um, so epiphanies, ideas, the wild card is coming in. Expect the unexpected. Your shamanic card is the corn. And this is talking about harvest time. So I'm thinking September, October could be really great for you, Halia. You're just going to have to hang in and, just keep up with the status quo. When I think of the corn, I think about abundance. I also think about the sunshine and the autumn corn roasts. And yeah, and this is about manifestation. It's card number 10. So that is about manifestation. And I think that things are going to settle down and shift come September for you. All right, Michelle Kirkness. All right, Mercury. It is all about your mind and the way that you think and the words that you say, the words that you say to yourself, the words that you're saying to others. Mercury will play a very important role. This could be creative writing, creative speaking, but I'm going to also say really watch your words because what we think and what we say is what we manifest. And oh, I love this. The heart of the sky is coming up. And so this is saying to me, the heart of the sky. What am I picking up on? 24. This is about opening up your own heart. This is about your feelings and are you I feel like you're switching social circles or switching people. You're trying to find your place of belonging. And so, it does help to go out and just look up at the moon and ask for the answers. And they'll come to you and say, ask for answers to come to you within 3 days. But I feel as though you're changing your trajectory over an emotional situation, but it is also about opening up your heart to new opportunities and new beginnings. Lori Young. Okay. Part of fortune increase. So part of fortune is shining down on you. There is going to be some definite increase in pay, increase in abundance. You want to make sure that it's not an increase in yourself, your body size. A lot of times Jupiter will do that to us and part of fortune because we're overindulging. And so card number 45 is also talking about making some big changes in where you're spending your time and your energy so that you can reap the benefits of that increase. The Andean cross. The Indian cross talks about the sacred symbol of looking, I keep hearing compass, and it may not be traditionally correct. Um, but this is asking you to find out where your true north is, where you feel best in your heart. And it's asking you to follow your heart. So you could also be changing homes and looking for a new place to live, a new job. I feel that like you're moving in some direction. It could just be metaphorically, but I do think it could be a physical move. But follow your heart, and tap into your heart and find out where your true north is. Okay, Angela, Noel, fifth house, creativity. This also talks about children, new children coming in, but it's also trying to find the joy and happiness in life, and also allowing your creative juices to flow. There will be a big focus on the fifth house, which is about children, but it's also romance, allowing that to take have a space in your heart. So it's not always just about the children, like we have to nurture ourselves too, and trying to allow yourself to be creative. Find a new hobby or something that you can enjoy. And Pachamama. I love this. So this is talking about getting grounded and going out into the earth, allowing yourself to dispel any negative ions in the earth. Take your shoes off, even if it's only for a few minutes. Really allowing yourself to become one with the earth. Go walking in a forest. Um, build a fire pit, really get down with the earth. And I think the fire pit could be good because you are in Aries, but like I really want you to take your shoes off and get out into the earth, because I feel like there's just this energy coming out of you, and Pachamama wants to get you grounded and solid. Elise, Neptune, it's the sacrifice. Neptune talks about illusions and delusions, the dreams that we have, avoidance of things. Neptune also talks about what is it that we're giving up for another. So I want you to pay attention to that. What are you giving up for another, um, at your expense? So I feel as though there's something to do with that, but this is also asking you that it's time for you to dream big, stop avoiding the obvious, and allow things to unfold as they are. And I love this. So you got Jaguar, Adorango. This points to the West. This is about our ancestors coming through. This is about taking your power back, Elise. And that's what I felt when I saw this Neptune card, taking your power back, empowering yourself. And also, it's time for you to tell yourself a new story as well, because that old story, it's just not ringing true. Even though that is who you've become, it's not who you should end up being. So it's time for you to take that power back, tell yourself a new story. Crystal Snow. All right, Taurus, I have. So this is going to be a year of abundance for you, a year of material abundance. I really feel that that's pretty good. Look, it's number 14, your favorite number. So I think you'll love that. That does talk about when you love yourself and when you put yourself in the right situations, in the place that, sings to your heart, then you will become materially abundant. Call on the ancient ones to surround you this year. You will really need it. This really is about loving yourself. Call on your ancestors and your loved ones that are on the other side, and ask them to stay surrounded To you, and I mean, you are my daughter, but especially during our times of celebration that we have coming up this year. So my daughter's getting married soon, and we've got COVID, so we don't know what the hell is going, what kind of wedding it's going to be. Let's call in our ancestors, Bruce, and you know, they'll make it good. I think things are going to start to get better. I don't know if about in time for the wedding, but we're going to make the best of it anyway. All right, so for Carolyn, did I do? Oh, I didn't do you yet. So, Carolyn, you have the Leo I Will card. It's card number 17, which I find is interesting because it's making me think back to February 17th with the Aquarius. But this is about you accomplishing what it is that you want. It's time for you to start saying I will instead of I can't or I have to, like change it up. You're going to move into I will. So what is it that you want? Um, what do you want to change? And I mean, I know what you want to change, but no more excuses. This is the I will card. And your shamanic card is the blade. It's time for you to cut ties and make a severing of a situation that's no longer serving you. Now, the blade can be a double-edged sword, and I believe I pulled this card about a year or more ago for your son. The blade can either kill or it can protect, and it's up to you as to what you do with it. But the blade can also sever ties of what is not serving you. George, you have air element and communicating. So it's time for you to start having some conversations with those that you love, um, learning how to be maybe a better listener. But also, I think for you, George, this would be a really good. I think that you would be a great public speaker or some kind of creative writer. I think that that could be a wonderful hobby. I know you love to read, but your mind is as crazy as mine. I think that maybe you can concoct one of your own stories. And you know what? This could be your retirement field, getting into creative writing. I'm wondering if you've ever thought about that. All right, Luminous Warrior. So it's card number 32. This is about your beliefs and about your heart. And so, George, I know that you have to be that shining light in the family and you have to be that warrior, but allow yourself to also feel all the feels. I know you're trying to be strong for every single person in your family, and that is admirable. But at the same time, you also have to honor yourself as well. And Lauren, so we have a group here. All right, you have Jupiter return benefits. Um, and Lauren, so this is about abundance that is coming to you. I don't think it's going to really happen until your birthday time. But so just hang in there and things are going to shift. You are on the cusp. So you should be reaping some benefits from Jupiter this year, but it's going to be in spurts. I really think that you'll come more into it come September. The tree of life. I love this. So stay deeply rooted in the ground, but allow your branches to soar up to the skies. This is about both being grounded and being spiritual and up in the heavens at the same time. I'm also going to tell you to use some grounding protection, such as tourmaline, black tourmaline. Keep that with you to help keep you grounded and protected, especially when you're soaring above the skies and the clouds. But the tree of life also talks about when we have our feet deeply in the ground, we're deeply rooted, our branches can sway and turn back and forth, and they do a dance with the wind and they can't be shook. But if our roots are shallow, then just a gentle wind will come and knock us over. So use that metaphor for life this year and get yourself really deeply rooted, deeply grounded in nature, and that will definitely help you weather the storms. All right, Shannon. Okay, I hope you're still here. Oh, this is great. Shannon, you are getting Yod and Destiny. So something that is destined for you is definitely going to pop up sometime during this year. And I feel that it's going to be sometime around, it's going to have something to do with partnership or relationship, friends, and yourself. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So this could be your friends introducing you to somebody. Also, self-esteem has to do with it. And I'm hearing being in the right place at the right time. Sorry, these cards are so glossy that they're reflecting off of the computer. Being in the right place at the right time is going to get you infinite abundance. Oh, I love this, the drum. So the drum, it's that heartbeat of the earth, or, that's part of what the drum is used for. It is the opening of the heart, but it is also like quieting of the mind, allowing the drum to be your heartbeat, the sacred drumming to take you on a new journey. So that is what I'm hearing for you. So I love that. Karen, Karen Kane, Aries I am. Well, I believe you are an Aries rising sign. So this is about you kind of revolting against the norm. And that's what I'm seeing in this. But it's about what you love and what you believe in and standing in your convictions and standing up for who you are and not letting anybody tell you who you are. Keep doing that, Karen. I do love that. And the ghost dance. Now, the ghost dance is coming in, but it's saying like stop or don't be so stuck in the past and thinking back into the past that you're not living in the future. Dancing with the ghosts of the past and reminiscing about the ghosts of the past and not allowing yourself to unfold as to what is coming into the future. And what's interesting is this is also a revolutionary type of card um, where it adds to the 14, and that's what this card also and adds to a 4, and this adds to the 4. I don't know why I said 14. So card 13 and card 22 both add to a 4, and it talks about being in the right place at the right time, and finding your tribe as well, finding your community, finding a different community. All right, did I miss Adrian? Because I know I saw her. So Adrian Morgado, my Shaw mama. Oh God, Adrian. Void of course moon. It's the moon is missing. Void of course moon. You're in the in-between stage. So, I mean, it's sorry that I said, oh God, but you're in the in-between. So it's almost like that card that came up for the Capricorns, the land in between. The void of course moon is you're ending one cycle, but you haven't yet started the next cycle, but it's coming. The 52 talks about being mentally and emotionally prepared for the changes that are coming. And I love that. And your shamanic card, I love it for you, Adrian. This is fantastic. It's the moon. And this is talking about the 13 cycles of the moon. And so I think that within the next 13 moon cycles, that's when you're going to be entering that next phase. So that it's happening right now in this year. It's definitely talking about abundance and prosperity coming into a new vision, a new path. There's ascended masters, but you're on the right path and you're going through these cycles each month and 13 moon cycles. It'll take you to the end of the year, which will look completely different than right now. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay. Did you? Liza? All right. Liza McNally, Aquarius. I know. And I think you're a Virgo, Liza. But this is definitely talking about that air energy, the shift in the air energy, but the I know. Don't be so sure that you know everything. I know that you have some new opportunities coming up. I think this is really good for you because this does talk about our mental capabilities, overthinking things, overanalyzing things, thinking that you know how everything's going to turn out. I think you may want to accept that new opportunity until something better comes along. Um, but I feel as though, even though Aquarius is saying, I know, I don't think you know. I think there's going to be some big surprises, and you don't really know how it's all going to turn out. Oh, and I love this. Water is coming up for you, and it is card 61. This is about the heart, it's about love. This is about clearing out any grief, clearing out any negative energies. This is definitely doing a cleansing. Um, Salt bath, the ocean. I know it's winter, but you can hopefully take a salt bath, candles, some bubbles. Crying also helps. Like I had said to someone else earlier, you have to do that cleansing. Also, drinking extra water to help cleanse the inside of your body. Megan, okay, Megan Henderson. Hopefully, this will be better cards. Libra, I balance. So, this is about you getting into balance. I saw you doing the aerial yoga, so I think that will definitely help. Um, the 19, it speaks about our love, and you're going on a new path. I really feel that you're going, something is ending and something is definitely beginning. Libra, I balance also talks about relationships coming in, but this is about emotional balance as well and getting fully balanced. If you can see that card without the glare, it's about physical balance. So, and I think you're doing that in the present time. But when we bring body, mind, and spirit into balance, then everything else in our outer world will reflect that. Oh, the sorcerer is coming up. And this is telling me that you have the magic within you to make things happen. You just have to put your mind and your heart and your spells to it. Um, this is also about being in the right place at the right time and making something happen towards infinite abundance. And really, it truly is about right time, right place, and just being open to the surprises that are coming along the way. Donna Brennan. The moon, soul. So the moon is asking you to really tap into your emotions and see yourself from a soul level. This is asking you to get really, really deep with your emotions and find out what it is that you truly want in your life. What will make you happy? What do you want this year to be? That's what this is asking you for. Excuse me. Ugh. And also because you're a Pisces, Donna, um, this is also asking you to pay attention to your dreams. They can be very prophetic. Pay attention to your intuition. The serpent, it's time for you to shed that old skin and come into something new. That's what the serpent represents. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Um, Take down that guard, take down that armor, and open yourself up. That's what the serpent is speaking about. Wendy Looney, Virgo, I analyze. This is talking about overthinking everything, overanalyzing things. Um, Number 18. So this is about loving the self to bring infinite abundance. I would be curious to know what your sign is, Wendy Looney. But this is talking about overanalyzation. So, my grandfather always used to say overanalysis leads to paralysis because I overanalyze everything. And so I don't know if that resonates with you or not. And the child is coming up. And this is asking you to embrace trying to be more childlike, embrace that inner child of yours, enjoy life, laugh, be funny, do some crazy things, find that child within you, be creative. The number 7, this is also asking you to take a new path, to step onto a new path, something that maybe people will really be shocked about. But it's finding that inner child of what makes you happy. That's what you need to do, Wendy. Melanie Crunk. All right, Saturn. This is about the truth. This is about facing the truth of the situation. It is card number 6. This is about the opening of the heart of what is true for you, what works for you, what will make your heart sing. It's time for you to speak that up. Say it, shout it. Oh, I love it. Wild woman. It's time for you to really step into doing something completely different. And I'm pretty sure that I think I may have pulled cards for you before, or I was looking at your chart, I think, and I saw that like it's time for you to shake things up, do something different. Even though you say like, oh, I love everything about the way it is. I just feel like something different is coming for you. And this is about opening up to something completely different in your heart and following your heart and your emotions. Ellen, you're so welcome. Halia, you're so welcome. Thank you all for being here. Um, let's see. Michelle Kirkness. Oh, good. Spot on. Oh, Angela, yeah, beautiful card. Lori Young, thank you. Oh, right, Angela, grandbaby's coming in May. Dead on, yes, yes, yes. Elise, thank you. Crystal, thanks, baby. I love you too. Did I miss anybody? Shannon, Adrian. Thank you, Karen. Oh, yes, 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 yes. You're welcome, Adrian. You're all welcome. Oh, Liza, you're an Aquarius rising. I forgot that. So you've got a big year ahead of you. And yeah, so I just think that that's pretty great. Hey, Noelle Way, if you're still there, I'll pull a card for you. Hey, Noelle. So you're getting the first house. It's about the body. Time for you to do a new routine. It's all about that first house for you, body, mind, and spirit, new image, new look, new attitude about yourself. Your shamanic card, the mystical shaman, tapping into your inner wisdom, Noel. I love that. You have that within you, and I know you do. This is also talking about ascended masters, excuse me, infinite abundance. Mm. I feel that you have a big decision to make coming up this year, Noel. And so the mystical shaman is asking you to tap into your inner shaman for the answer. Even though you may want to seek it outside of yourself, it's within you. So Wendy, you're a Cancer, so you're a water sign. All right. I think things will really get good for you come uh, when Jupiter moves into Pisces at the end of next year, unfortunately. But that overanalyzation, we can overanalyze our emotions sometimes. I'm a Cancer rising, so um, I'm just wondering if that does resonate. Oh, you did say it all resonates with you. Okay, perfect. Oh, good, 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 good. You're all welcome. Oh, wow, Noelle, you just started a new workout program. So that's fantastic. That's great. All right, everybody. I just want to do one more Just ask one more time. Yeah, total lifestyle makeover. Yeah. And also too, like if you come up with a big decision that you've got to make sometime later in the year, you've got to tap into your owner inner wisdom. I'm just going to put out one last call. Did I get everybody that wanted a card, that wanted a reading? Noelle, you'll have to go back and watch the video for I did a horoscope for sun signs, rising signs, and moons, and I pulled four cards for each sign. So you'll have to go back once I post the recording and watch it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting me always, continually, for all these years. I really appreciate it. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Let's be the change that we wish to see in the world. Thank you all for helping me through my COVID anger. I really appreciate your love and your support. And I think I'm just going to go make myself some really nice dinner and sit down with a glass of wine and relax. And I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to read a book. I'm reading about the asteroid goddesses. So I want to bring in more asteroid and storytelling into my shows this coming year, change things up, a little more astronomy to go with my astrology. And so just make it a little more exciting for all of us. So happy New Year. Thank you all. Have a great evening. Be safe, be healthy. I love you. Peace.